Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to be back with you here. We got the Cardinals and the Pirates. The Pirates have struggled a little bit, but if you haven't seen it yet, the Giants just lost, which means that the Pirates and Giants are technically tied for first place right now. Now, I want to show you something that happened here first before the game. Tiny Bonham gets the start, and the reason why is pretty obvious. If you look at this screen right here, you can see that we have all sorts of pitchers who've been pitching and pitching and pitching. A lot of them are technically available, but not really, right? We take away show available only, we can see that Tiny Bonham is the obvious choice, except, of course, the computer used him on May 12th. Why? I don't know. This is the same thing I complained about the other day. This is a problem with Diamond Mine Baseball that drives me nuts. The Bucks at 19-6, and they're kind of the team that I secretly am hoping to see do well, as Stan Musial takes 2 straight balls, 2-0 the count on him, because they weren't a great team in real life. Musial, it's a fly ball over to Kiner and left for the first out, and here is Enos Slaughter, who takes a ball high. Another one high and outside, 2-0 the count, and that one's popped up and out of play. McCullough can't get there, out of play. And there's one deep to right field, and Walker goes all the way back to the wall, and he's got that fly ball for the second out. Here is Eddie Kozak, who takes a strike, 0-1 the count. That's outside, 1-1 now the count on Kozak, and there's a ball inside to him, 2-1. It's lined towards the gap in right field, and that's going to be a double there for Kozak. He winds up on second base. That'll bring up Marty Marion. Marion hits a little ground ball over to Castiglione, and he throws to first for the out. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's going to be Ralph Kiner. Kiner, the big story this season so far, 10 home runs, hits one over to center field for the first out. He's hitting 383, was for a while. Danny Murtaugh up next, takes a strike, hits a fly ball to Northie in right field for the second out. It's Castiglione, who swings and misses. 0-1 the count on him, and swings and misses again. It's 0-2. There's a ground ball to Kozak at third, and he throws over to first base, and that one gets by Nippy Jones. That's going to be an error on Kozak, and Castiglione roams on into second base, and he's the runner at second here with 2 outs, bottom of the first, and it's Eddie Bachman who flies, hits a little pop fly up to the second baseman, Red Schoendienst, for the third out. We go to the top of the second. Joe Garagiola takes a ball high. And there's another one high, 2-0 the count. Garagiola hitting 328, hitting very well so far. There's a foul ball. It's 2-1. That's right down Broadway for a strike, 2-2. And that's hit over to center field, and that is dumped right in front of Wally Westlake for a base hit. That'll bring up Nippy Jones. Jones here swings and misses at a strike, 0-1 the count. There's a pop fly wide of third, out of play, 0-2. Fastball high, 1-2 is now the count. There's a ground to the left side. Bachman has it, throws over to Murtaugh at second for 1, on to Johnny Hop at first for the double play. 2 outs, 1 pitch, 2 out. And here's Red Schoendienst, who takes a strike. And then a ball inside, 1-1 the count. That's just outside for another ball. It is 2-1. That's a foul ball, out of play, 2-2 now the count on Red. And there's a fly ball over to Dixie Walker in right field, who's got that one for the out. We go to the bottom of the second. Johnny Hop comes up there now, and there's a ground ball up the middle. That gets through Schoendienst and Marion for a base hit. That one gets through a very, very good central infield that the Cardinals have. And here's Wally Westlake, who takes the ball low, 1-0 the count. And we are going to try to run here with Hop. And there's another throw to first as Red Munger keeps throwing to first. And, boy, he gets thrown out trying to steal as Westlake couldn't put the bat on the ball. 1-1 now the count. There's a ball off the plate. It's 2-1. Breaking pitches in the dirt. We'll have Westlake take, and he takes ball 4. And, boy, we really could have used Hop on base there. Here is Dixie Walker now, who fouls the ball off. 0-1 the count on him. There's a bouncer to the right side. Schoendienst makes the play, throws over to Marion for 1 at second, and Walker is able to beat out the double play at first. 2 outs now is Clyde McCullough, who is able to stay on the bag after that throw to first, and he takes a strike. And there's a ball on him, 1-1 the count. It's a fastball that misses low, 2-1 now. 2-1 the count remains. It's fouled back to the backstop. It's 2-2 now on McCullough. And that's hit over to right field. Norty's got it for the third out. We go to the top of the third, and it's going to be Ron Northie, who takes the ball. Then a strike, 1-1 the count. And there's a line drive between first and second. That's in there for a base hit. Northie on at first, and that'll bring up Red Munger. Munger takes a strike and then squares one down the left side. And, boy, that's a good play by Bachman as he looked at first to second base, has to throw to first for the out, and he does make it just in time, 1 away. And here's Stan Musial, who takes the ball inside. 1-0 is the count, and there's another one that misses inside. It's 2-0 on Musial. That fouls one off, and it's 2-1. That pitch, almost a wild pitch, too low, 3-1 the count. That's high now. Musial walks, and here comes Enos Slaughter. This is about as much fun as facing the Red Sox. Slaughter with a base hit right over the second base bag. Westlake's going to throw home. And he is called safe at the plate, and the Cardinals have a 1-0 lead. Runners on first and third now, and there was a little bit of confusion there on that pop-up on the first pitch, and Castiglione and Kiner both run after that one, and Kiner has to dive a little bit to avoid Castiglione, who makes the play for the second out. Marty Marion now takes a strike, 0-1 the count, and there's another strike in there. It's 0-2. And that just barely misses. 1-2 now the count on Marion, and there's a grounder to third base, and that's through Bachman, and that's a base hit. The problem that the Pirates have, obviously, is their defense. This team is not very good defensively. There's a little pop-up there by the next batter. That one is over to Bachman at third, and he makes the catch for the out. We go to the bottom of the third inning. It's going to be Tiny Bonham up there. He takes the ball, and then another ball. 2-0 now the count on the pitcher. It's a ground ball down the first base line, and that one just rolls foul. 2-1 now the count. And there's a hard grounder over to third. Kazak is able to easily get him out at first. One away, and here's Ralph Kiner now hitting .379. And there's a strike to Kiner. 0-1 the count on him, and there's a ball 1-1 now. And he swings and misses that one. It's 1-2. It's off the thumbs foul. 1-2 still the count. 2-2 as that one missed. Hanging slider high. Full count now on Ralph. And boy, he gets locked up on that one with that slider and takes strike 3. And here comes Danny Murtaugh. Murtaugh, not exactly my choice as the number 2 hitter, but we put him in there because Fitzgerald is not in there at the moment. His averages have dropped. 2-1 pitch in there to him, and he swings and misses. It's 2-2. Pop up over the left side, out of play. 2-2 the count remains. And the count is still 2-2 after that foul ball. Swing and a miss on that one, and he strikes out. We go to the top of the fourth, and it's Nippy Jones. He hits a fly ball over to Westlake in center field for the first out, and that'll bring up Red Schoendienst. And Schoendienst quickly with a 1-1 count on him. There's a little jam ball, and Hopp is able to run over there, grab that one for the second out on the pop-up. And up next, we had a little bit slow on my part. We had Ron Northey hit a fly ball over to center field. Westlake there for the catch, and we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Here is Pete Castiglione, who takes a ball inside. 1-0 the count now on him. And foul ball back, 1-1. 2-1 now as that pitch misses. Swing and a miss on the next one. It's 2-2 now on Pete. A little ground ball over to second base. Schoendienst has it. Throws to first for the out. One away. Eddie Bachman now, and he hits a ground ball over to Jones, who flips it over to Munger, covering at the bag for the second out. Here's Johnny Hopp, and a lot of first pitch swinging here. 2-0 now the count on Hopp as he looked at 2, and then he hits a little fly ball over to center field. Musial's got it for the out. We go to the top of the fifth. It's going to be Red Munger who takes a ball. And that's one in the dirt. 2-0 now the count on Red, and that's fouled away. 2-1 is now the count on him, and there's a little line drive. Westlake in center field has that one for the first out. And Stan Musial up there now takes the ball, 1-0 the count, and fouls one off. 1-1 now. That's hit over to right field, and it's going to be a triple there for Musial, as nobody was playing out there. The outfield was arranged a little bit strangely, and that means Musial is on at third, and here is Slaughter. The Pirates going to have the infield back. There's really no need to try to get this play out at the plate. 3-0 is the lead now, as that was a ground ball over to Castiglione, who threw over to first for the out, 2 away, and you knew that Musial was going to score no matter what you did. Ball in there to the next batter, Eddie Kazak, and he takes another ball. We could have thrown home, but that would have probably made this a bigger problem. 3-1 now the count on Kazak, and there's a little base hit over to left field, and that's the reason why we don't want to miss Musial at the plate and then have Slaughter on at second or third base after that. There's a strike in there to Marion. He gets a little pop-up over to Castiglione, the shortstop, for the third out. We go to the bottom of the fifth. 3-0 now Cardinals, and it's Wally Westlake. It's one deep to left field, and that one is just foul for the second strike. 0-2 the count. There's a ball on him. 1-2 now the count, and there's another ball high. 2-2 now on Westlake, and he bangs that one into left field. He's trying to protect his own hands and gets a base hit for his efforts, and that'll bring up Dixie Walker. Ball 1 there to Walker as he looks at the first pitch. Inside. That one, next one is inside. 2-0 the count, and that's high and tight. Another one inside. 3-0 now. 3-1 as Munger gets the call. And boy, that changeup just misses, and that means that the Pirates have 2 on, and here comes Clyde McCulloch, technically representing the tying run. I'm not sure if he'll do it or not. There's a ball in there to McCulloch. 1-0 the count. Breaking ball is inside, and it's 2-0 on him. And 2-1 as Garagiola framed that one well. And man, oh man, McCulloch hits one deep. That was over the bullpen fence. Over, boy, where is that one at? Is that over in the left? Yeah, way back to left field. So that's kind of over here in this area, over in Greenberg Gardens. And that is a home run that ties this ball game up. And that turns this into a new ball game. Man, what a hit that one was. Tiny Bonham now takes a strike, and the crowd is still going nuts. 1-1 now the count on Bonham. He hits a little ground ball over to Jones. He does it to the bag himself, and here comes Ralph Kiner. Kiner can also go deep. He takes a ball and takes a strike. 1-1 now the count on Kiner. He hits a fly ball over to shallow left field. Slaughter has that one for the out. 2 away, and it's Danny Murtaugh. Murtaugh hits a fly ball over to left field, just foul, and that would have been trouble if that had been fair. Another fly ball over to right field, to the right side, and it's going to be Jones, the first baseman, who makes the catch. We go to the top of the 6th, tied at 3 now. Tiny Bonham pitches to Garagiola, who promptly hits a base hit up the middle, and that'll bring up Nippy Jones. Garagiola having a good game, 2 for 3 today. And there's a ground ball over to second base. Excellent play by Murtaugh. Tumbles, throws over to first for the out. Of course, Garagiola able to go up to second, so we couldn't get the double play. A little ground ball over to Murtaugh again by Shundienst, and he throws to first for the out. 2 away, and it's Ron Northey as Garagiola moves up to third. Northey fouls one back and then takes the ball 1-1 the count. There's another one fouled back. It's 1-2. Hits one over to left field. Kiner's there for the out, and we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's going to be Pete Castiglione to lead this one off, and he takes the ball, and then a strike. 1-1 the count now on Castiglione. It's up high. 2-1 is now the count on him, and he pulls one over into the hole, and it's over to Marion, who throws to first for the out. 1 away. Eddie Bachman takes the strike. 0-1. Swings and misses that one. It's 0-2, and fouled back. Still 0-2. It's off the plate. 1-2 the count on Bachman. That's way wide, 2-2, and there's strike 3, swing and a miss, and down he goes. 2 away, and here is Johnny Hop. 3 strikeouts for Munger, and there's a ball to Hop, and a foul ball. 1-1 the count now on him. There's a biting slider in there for a strike. 1-2 the count, and there is a tough one. That one gets in between Marion and Shundienst up the middle for a base hit. That'll bring up Wally Westlake now. Runner on at first base, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. And there's a throw to first, nothing doing. There's a breaking ball up. 1-0 now the count. I learned the hard way we're not going to run with Hop this time. 1-1 now the count on Westlake. That's fouled straight back. It's a 1-2 count on him. 1-2 count remains. And a couple of moves to first, nothing doing. And there's the pitch. That's high and outside. 2-2 now the count. There's a ground ball into the hole, and Kozak makes a great play, flips over to Shundienst, but it's too late, and Hop is in there. He wasn't running either, and there's runners now on first and second here for Dixie Walker. And that's fouled away. 0-1 the count now on Walker, and he fouls another one back, and it's 0-2 just like that. There's a ball to him just outside. 1-2 the count. That misses inside. 2-2, and that missed again. Full count now on Walker. And that's low and away, and the runners take off, and that's ball 4, and here comes Clyde McCulloch. McCulloch had the big 3-run homer. He has 3 men on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that's way high. Ball 1 to McCulloch. And that's in tight. 2-0 now the count. And he swings down on that one and hits a little pop-up up over to the shortstop Marion for the out. We go to the top of the 7th. We're tied at 3. And here is Red Munger for the Cardinals, who takes a strike and then a ball. 1-1 now the count on Munger. That's in there for a ball, 2-1. And there's a fork ball that misses. 3-1 now the count. There's a pop-up out of play, full count now on Munger. And there's a little ground ball over to Murtaugh. Second, throws to first for the out. 1 away. Here is Stan Musial, who pops one up, and it's Danny Murtaugh again here with the pop-up and makes the catch. 2 away, just like that. Enos Slaughter takes the strike. The fork ball is a little bit low, but in there. 1-1 now the count. 1-2, and Slaughter couldn't catch up with that fastball. 2-2 now as that one missed. Foul back, still 2-2, and there's a little fly ball over to center field. Westlake has that one for the out. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Fasten your seatbelts for this one. Here's Tiny Bonham, who takes the ball. 1-0 the count. Another ball low, 2-0. There's a line shot over to center field for a base hit. Bonham, I think that's his first hit of the season. Let's take a look and figure this out. Yes, that is his first hit of the season, matching his real-life total. He's the runner at first base, and here comes Ralph Kiner. Come on, Ralph. Not that I would cheer for anybody, and he lines one at Shundienst, who makes a great play on it. Kiner now 0 for 4, and that'll bring up Danny Murtaugh. Murtaugh 0 for 11 so far in this series, and he's not going to be hitting up this high ever again, probably. Might not be playing that much after this. There's a little ground ball over to Shundienst, who makes the throw over to first base, and Bonham moves up to second, and here comes Pete Castiglione. Fouls one off, out of play. That one lands fairly. That one lands fairly and lands foully, rather, safely. Castiglione then lines one over third base, called foul, just foul. 0-2 now the count on him. Swing and a miss by Castiglione, and down he goes. And much ado about nothing, we go to the top of the 8th. Here's Eddie Kozak, who takes a strike, 0-1 the count, and swings and misses. 0-2 now. 1-2 as that one misses outside, and there's a foul ball out of play. 1-2 still. There's a little jam shot, and that's right over Hop's head, and that's going to be a base hit for Kozak. Kozak 3 for 4 today, having a good game. And here's Marty Marion, who tries to bunt and fouls it off, and then takes a pitch. 1-1 now the count. There's a blooper over there to short right field. Walker moves in and catches that one for the out, 1 away. And here is Joe Garagiola, who takes a strike. 7 for 15 in this series. Fouls another one off, 0-2 the count on him. It's fouled back, still 0-2. Of course, the Cardinals won one of these games by a huge margin, as you'll recall. There's a ball in there to Garagiola. 1-2 now the count. And there's a fastball in there, but just tight on him. 2-2 now. Fastball didn't miss by much. Full count now on Joe. Fouls another one off. Full count remains. And there's a ground ball over to Castiglione. He flips over to Murtaugh for 1. On to first to Hop for the double play. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. This is a good game. Eddie Bachman up there. It's been a while since we've had a game this good. Bachman takes a strike, 0-1 the count. There's a ground ball over to Schundins to second, makes the play to first for the out, 1 away. Here's Johnny Hop. Hop takes a fastball for a strike, 0-1 the count. There's a slider down and in, and another one off the plate, 2-1 the count. That's way outside, 3-1 now the count on him. And that slider just manages to spin in off over the plate. Full count now on Johnny. There's a ground ball onto the right side, and that one just finds a hole, and Hop is on again, 3 for 4 today. He's having a good game. There is Wally Westlake, and we're not going to run with Hop, like I told you. Westlake looks at a strike, 0-1 the count, and there's a ball, 1-1 now. And that's off the plate, 2-1 the count, and that's in the dirt, 3-1 now on Westlake. And he takes a strike, full count now on him. That's fouled off, full count remains, and there's strike 3, and they get him 2 away, and here comes Dixie Walker. Walker is 0 for 1 today, a couple of walks, takes the strike, and a ball. 1-1 now the count on Dixie. And that's pulled between first and second. It's going to be Hop who grabs that one, flips over to Munger for the out. We go to the top of the 9th. Here is Nippy Jones. The ball in there to Jones from Bonham, and another ball high, 2-0 the count. And there's a strike, 2-1 the count now on Jones, and that's off the outside corner. It'll go to 3-1. And he fouls one back, full count now on Nippy, and he lays off of that one, and that's ball 4. Here's Red, and he shows bunt, pulls the bat back, 1-0 the count. Now 2-0 is that one missed. There's a bunt foul off to the right, 2-1 the count, and there's a ground ball down the first base line. That's past Hop. That's going to be a I was going to say it's going to score the runner, but they decide not to send Jones, and that puts runners on at second and third. We're going to pull the infield in, but we're going to pitch here to a Norty. There's a ball to Norty, and there's a fly ball over to right field, and Walker makes the catch. We're going to throw home as Jones tags up, and the throw not in time, and that does it. That makes this a 4-3 ball game. I just realized I didn't take a screenshot of that big double that set all of this up. This is what happens when I end up broadcasting these games. I end up forgetting about things that I probably should be slowing down for. As you can imagine, when it comes to playing this, if you get excited and really get into the moment, you end up not wanting to take any pictures of anything. Instead, you just want to play the game. And that was kind of a poor throw there by Dixie Walker, and that might end up being the thing that cost the Pirates this ball game, but it's not quite over yet. One out here in the top of the 9th inning, and we'll see if Red Munger actually comes up. I would imagine that they're going to pinch hit for him, and we're going to keep the infield in. There's a ball in there to Munger, so he is going to hit for himself, and he swings and misses at that one. 1-1 now the count. And there's a pop-up over behind third base. Bachman has that one for the second out, 2 away, and here's Stan the man. And he takes the fastball outside, and there's a forkball low, 2-0 the count, and that one is wide. 3-0 now the count on Musial. There's a fastball in there on him, 3-1 now the count. Strike 2, 3-2, full count. He hits one over there to Kiner the opposite way for the third out, and we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. That'll bring up Clyde McCulloch. McCulloch 1 for 3 today with the home run, takes the ball, 1-0 the count. There's a ground ball over to Kozak, and he throws over to first for the out, 1 away, and we're going to pinch hit for Bonham. And it's going to be Les Fleming who's going to pitch hit, and this is all because he's hitting well so far this season in his 3 at-bats. He takes the ball, 1-0 the count. The fastball high, 2-0 now on Les. And that pitch just misses, 3-0 is the count on him, and he'll take this one. There's the strike, 3-1 now the count. The ground ball over to Marion, the shortstop, who has that one and throws to first for the out, 2 away, and it's Ralph Kiner. And he fouls one back, 0-1 the count now on Ralph. There's a chopper up the middle, and Marion has that one and throws over to first base for the final out, and that does it. So Ralph Kiner, he can take the ball deep, but every once in a while he has one of these things where he'll just totally miss it, and that's what happened there. And there's your ball game. The Pirates lose this one 4-3. Pretty quick game, under 20 minutes. And hope you have a wonderful day. I will talk with you again soon. Bye-bye.